The millionaire had invited the black cleaning lady to his grand Beverly Hills gala as a cruel joke. But when Victoria Temps arrived, radiant in a gown worth more than most of the guests' annual salaries, the room fell into stunned silence. The laughter that filled the Blackwood Mansion's marble hall wasn't admiration, it was mockery. Richard Blackwood, the arrogant host, raised his champagne glass and whispered to his guests, "Look who decided to show up, our dear cleaning lady. For 2 years, Victoria had scrubbed every inch of that mansion, ignored and treated as invisible. When the invitation arrived with a smirk, she instantly knew it was meant to humiliate her. But Richard had underestimated her completely. Victoria walked in with poise and calm, her every step a statement. The guests sneered, whispering cruel jokes about her borrowed dress. What none of them knew was that she hadn't borrowed it at all. It was her mother's, a relic of a past that Richard would have given anything to erase. When he tried to belittle her in front of everyone, she met his arrogance with quiet strength. "Intimidated?" she repeated softly. "No, Richard. I'm exactly where I've always belonged." That sentence changed the entire atmosphere. Moments later, the trap he had set began to turn against him. When questioned about her dress, Victoria revealed that her mother had worn it the last time she attended a ball, back when she was known as Isabella Blackwood. The name hit Richard like a thunderbolt. As whispers rippled through the room, Victoria calmly revealed the truth. She was not just a cleaning lady, but Richard's half-sister, the daughter of Henry Blackwood, the patriarch he had erased from the family history. The ring on her hand, engraved with the Blackwood crest, proved every word. Richard tried to deny it, calling her delusional, but the walls began to close in. Victoria summoned witnesses, a journalist, a lawyer, and Dr. Hamilton, the family's physician, who exposed the truth that Henry Blackwood's death had not been natural. He had been slowly poisoned, and Richard was the one who had done it to secure his fortune. As the evidence played on the big screen, bank transfers, recordings, falsified documents, the guests who once admired Richard now stared at him in horror. Victoria's voice remained steady as she faced him. "You didn't just steal money," she said. "You stole 20 years of my life." The police were called, and Richard, trembling, could no longer hide behind his lies. His wife Helena broke down when she realized their entire life had been built on murder and greed. As officers led him away in handcuffs, Victoria walked to the balcony, breathing the free air of justice. "This wasn't revenge," she told the crowd. "It was justice, for everyone who's ever been trampled by people like him." Months later, Victoria sat in Richard's former office, now transformed into a place of integrity and opportunity. She had rebuilt the Blackwood empire into a company that valued its employees and gave back to the community. Profits soared, not through exploitation, but through fairness. Former cleaners had become managers. Scholarships and social programs replaced greed and vanity. Richard was sentenced to 25 years in prison, his fortune seized to compensate those he had wronged. Victoria refused to gloat. Forgiveness, she believed, was a private journey, but justice had been done. When asked by a reporter if her revenge had been cruel, she smiled gently. Revenge destroys, justice rebuilds. Her story became a symbol of dignity, courage, and the power of truth. Once mocked as a servant, Victoria Temps Blackwood became proof that the greatest triumph is not in destroying those who hurt you, but in rising so high that their cruelty becomes only the first chapter of your victory.